I should be okay here, more or less, no? I should be okay. I mean, what's the big deal? Whoop! Hello! Say hello to my little friend. Tricks, guys, tricks. Tricks. And as it goes, guys, the tricks come synchronized with the time travel. Classic. 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 There's a trick, there is a time, there is a victory.
Okay, Magnus, now after this trade, we will see the white queen give check. Black's queen will probably just block. White's queen will go back to the center. Wesley trying to make the draw. Magnus,
no.
He's allowed it. And, okay, an early draw. The position repeats itself. And Magnus doesn't look too happy, shaking his head.
Yeah.
He knows that he probably just wasn't ready for the game. He wasn't in the right spirit. Wesley, we do know that he likes to play safety first in the prelims. He doesn't want to take any risks against someone he thinks he can't beat.
But Magnus is definitely shaking his head. Is he disappointed with Wesley sort of forcing him into this, or is he disappointed with himself not being able to avoid it?
I think equally both. I mean, he knew he could have avoided it. He could have played any other opening under the sun. But, yeah, I mean, it's obvious that Wesley was going to do that. Wesley's done it so many times.
Congratulations on a fantastic ending to today, and good luck in the semis.
Thank you so much. And obviously as well, thanks to hikaru as well for making it a great match. It's always always a pleasure to play these matches against him, and they are never boring.
Definitely, we agree with you there. Thanks, Magnus.
Yep, there we go. White's rook jumps into the position. We did mention Black's bishop being terrible. It is defended by Black's knight right now. It's not under fire yet. But if Black ever does get tempted to capture the white knight, then White just establishes. I mean, I keep using the word dominant, but establishes a dominant pawn, and Black will be completely paralyzed. Radjabov just resigns.
Wow! Wow! Timur Radjabov, he resigns the third game against Magnus Carlsen, and I can kind of see Magnus, he wanted to smile there, winning the third game.
Advancing those white pawns on the right side, that's where your strengths lie. He does allow the trade of rooks, but with his bishop first.
Oh, look at Magnus. He hates this.
I have a feeling Magnus just mouse slipped on the last move as well as... OK, he hates it anyway. He hates his position. He's just losing, frankly, a pawn down for nothing in return. But
as mouse slips goes, it's not the worst one. I mean...
So I think he meant to move the black king back towards the centre, back to a light square, but he put it in the corner where it's...
by Magnus Carlsen. How frustrating is that final game?
Yeah, I blundered and he played well. Yeah. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Well, Oh.
I thought it was a joke.
Yep. All right, Magnus Carlsen. He's frustrated then.
Yeah, he's a man of his word, at least. Yeah, I mean, everyone's frustrated when they lose, right? But especially when they know it was his fault.
This was incredible. Like, I have never seen such a big amount in one place.
Yeah.
And I was still here. I mean, okay, it could look very funny, but because of, this chroma key and so on, yeah, but in general, it was never funny. So, okay, probably I would offer a draw, but, I mean, it was too late. And, even now it continues.
Wow, yeah, I can imagine. That must be so annoying with those mosquitoes.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it even possible to play chess?
Annoying. Yeah, so you can never focus. And yeah, I guess even after I lost the pawn, the endgame is drawn. But I mean, okay, I had never stand a chance.
Yeah,
so I should have played, precisely, but probably this was just next to impossible in this situation. But okay. I don't think it does really matter.
Yeah, we actually even saw the mosquitoes on the webcam, so that means there must have been a lot of them. Now, did you say something to the arbiter asking maybe for a break in the game, or?
Yeah, my only advice is citronella candles or mosquito repellent.
Yeah, I probably should use something, yeah.
Yeah, we see another one actually popping up. But so, Jan, I guess
yes.
the big question is, what are you going to do for tomorrow about this mosquito situation? What can you do?
I don't know. Probably I wear some special, uniform, and wear a mask. But yeah, in general, there is always a way to move to Moscow. But probably I'll just close all the windows before tomorrow and try to, I don't know, make some efficiency measures. Yeah.
Yeah. We really,
I think I killed I became an expert mosquito hunter for sure during this game, but it was never enough to kill them all. Yeah, so
you look like Mr. Miyagi there from Karate Kid.
Well, whatever. I mean, I don't really want to play again in such a situation.
Definitely, we can imagine that. Now, Jan, we hope the situation fixes itself for tomorrow. Good luck on the second day.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Wow, what a situation for Jan Nepomniachtchi. And we are also joined now by the winner of this semi-final.
Now the bishop steps back, attacking the black queen. Is that queen trapped? It's almost trapped right now. Actually, maybe it is trapped. The black queen about to drop off the board as well. This is Magnus in top form. He's in the flow. He's finding these difficult moves quite quickly as well.
Yeah, he's just been brilliant with attacking with just pieces. And I have to say, actually, he actually did a chessable course on how to attack without sacrificing pieces. Well worth a check-out. And
Radjabov resigns with the black queen about to be trapped.
It's over. Magnus Carlsen is the winner of the semi-final against Radjabov. He is ready for the big final in the third major in the Meltwater Champions.
It's just good chess. It's just pushing a pawn, weakening your opponent's king, using the pawn as a battering ram. Now Wesley So takes a pawn, but that pawn looks irrelevant. White's queen is just not joining the action.
We got an explosive move, David. We have a tactic on the board. Magnus is willing to sacrifice a knight just to open up the white king position.
It's not just
and it's going to be checkmate. We have to show this, mate.
Yeah, we will go back and show this. Actually, Magnus was ready to sacrifice his queen if something different had happened there. But, OK, Wesley trying to trade off a set of rooks, but that's not going to help him. Magnus pushing a pawn, White's rook has to move, and then it's just going to be checkmate. Wesley So he's either losing a rook or he's getting checkmated. He just resigns.
Wow, what a dramatic start to the final. Magnus Carlsen almost getting a checkmate here and winning the first game with the black pieces. Well, it's tied, and Magnus, I have to tell you, we're very surprised about your tactics in this final game. A draw here. What was that all about?
I felt like shit and I didn't want to play.
Okay, what do you mean by felt like shit? Your form?
Yeah, I was just I don't feel good today. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow.
All right, so banking everything on tomorrow, then...
No, it's not about banking everything on tomorrow. It's just that I think if you don't feel well, you should listen to your body.
Absolutely.
And Magnus, if you're still not feeling great tomorrow, will you continue with the same strategy? Will you try to force yourself out of this funk somehow?
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be better.
But if I can ask you just one question. Some sickness won't destroy this final. And we're also joined by Wesley So. How are you feeling after tying the match today?
Yeah, no, I heard the interview. Well, I hope Magnus will feel better on Tuesday.
Yeah. But how do you feel about your own play? I mean, definitely that third game making that huge comeback.
Yeah, actually...
White's going to just drop his bishop back one square and trap the black rook on the left side of the board. That black rook is going to be caged in by a bishop. That is sadistic, Magnus Carlsen. I expect... there we go. The bishop does drop back. Look at black's rook on the left side of the board. It's completely trapped. It's not going to be attacked. It's not going to fall off the board. But it's completely dominated by white's bishop and by a pawn.
And if you're thinking that Wesley maybe can live with having a bad rook, well, actually, he just can't move any other piece, because if the light-squared bishop just retreats, well, suddenly look who comes into the game. It's White's other rook. So Wesley is just forced to push the pawns. But unfortunately for him, time is going to start running out.
Yeah. Magnus goes for those black pawns on the right side of the board. Wesley just resigns, unable to find a move.
Wow, it's over. The first game in the second match in the final. Magnus Carlsen winning his first game of
It's a well-known draw. Wesley's played it dozens of times in this tour so far. Quick repetition. Look at Magnus's face. He's surprised. look at Magnus. He's shocked that Wesley went for this. Wesley has been destroying him with the white pieces. Why go for a quick draw in this fashion? Okay, we're down to blitz, though.
This is dramatic in the final between these two. Wesley So going for the quick draw. He wants to take this one to tie breaks. Magnus looking shocked, but he is an expert in blitz chess. So they're going to have now 15 minutes to reset and prepare for the...
Yeah, Wesley calculating extremely well there. It looks like he did give up a pawn temporarily. Black's weak pawn has actually just dropped off the board, but the knights have disappeared at the same time. And
oh, look at Magnus. He realizes this is a blunder. What's happening?
wow,
Total
Magnus
blunder.
has blundered his queen. It took me a while to spot as well. That was visually very difficult to spot, but...
Oh, no. He is extremely angry. Is this lost now?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's lost, and Magnus just didn't have enough time. That's an uncharacteristic blunder. He blundered his queen, but just game over.
It is
3
totally
seconds,
game
2
over.
seconds.
There's nothing to be done
1
apart from
second.
losing the piece.
Magnus fights back.
Wow, look at that reaction from Magnus Carlsen. It is a comeback from the world champion. He wins the second Blitz Games, and we are heading to Armageddon, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I love that reaction. That meant so much to Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think this tournament has been so emotional for the world champion. You know, first, offering to trade queens, but 28 seconds to complete the rest of his... Wesley's not going to make it.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose on the clock, Wesley. If he doesn't lose on the board, he still needs to save it on the board, especially after that last move, White's rook getting active. Wesley's smiling. He knows it's going to be all over soon. 20 seconds and Magnus wins.
Wow, look at that. Magnus Carlsen in Armageddon finally beats Wesley. So, and look at that reaction. That is huge. Wow, David, what do you take away from that?
I've never seen the world champion that emotional. That's how much relief.
Boris, what is the general idea for Black here to convert this material advantage now?
I think it's the best is to mate. Like,
Yeah, don't write him off yet, for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
And yeah, we also saw Kramnik, Team Kramnik with 80 to Polgar's. Team Polgar's 90 there. So does look in the bag now for Team Polgar.
Which means they would have won two of their challenges.
Yeah.
So it looks like Team Polgar is nearly there to that trip to Dubai.
Yeah,
Such a good prize, all expenses paid to Dubai.
Imagine when you were a teenager, Ivanka, just seeing a world championship up close.
Neither. Excellent choice. I feel like this guy, at the restaurant who's taking the orders, like, would you like the dragon or the night and saying there, like, what would you recommend? I personally prefer the night but the dragon's very good with the red wine. I'd like to have the dragon, please. Oh, it's excellent choice, sir. It's a dragon. Okay, so the night though, bishop e3.
In round 3, it's a game between Ho Yifan, who is coming from a loss against Magnus Carlsen, facing Anish Giri here, and it's not looking too good for the Chinese in this game either.
No, a quick count on the board shows that White is a pawn down, but more importantly, in these types of endgames, king safety is everything. When it's major pieces on the board, by major pieces, we mean queens and rooks. When it's just those pieces left, it's about king safety, and White's king is not entirely safe right now in the center of the board. You could definitely see that king getting attacked by rooks and queens. Anish Giri's last move, very, very sneaky, very clever. He's just pushed a pawn, giving the black king more space. Now, if White's queen captures the black rook, then Black's queen will capture the opponent's rook, will capture the white rook, and that would just be a trade. So Anish Giri coming up with a very clever idea there. Also, White's rook cannot move. If White's rook goes up and captures a black pawn, then suddenly Black's rook will just step up one square and pin the white queen to the white king. So, okay, Hu Yifan didn't see anything better
We're
there.
launching a Kahoot quiz for all of you. It's called the Real Life Queen's Gambit. And we're going to get the pin for that quiz up on the screen. So you guys can head into kahoot.it. And then you put in this game pin that you see on the bottom of the screen here. And you enter a nickname, and then you can play a very cool quiz. And it's about women in chess. I'm just going to test you guys really quickly on one of the questions.
Okay.
First one to answer.
Okay.
All right? Who is the youngest woman in history to get the title of Grandmaster? We have a winner.
Oh, I'm too weak.
Leading preliminaries in 4th place. Congratulations, Magnus.
Sure.
Oh, you're not too happy.
No.
Why not?
Well, have you seen the pairings?
Yes, I have seen that you will face Wesley So in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but that's the way it is.
Is it because you have faced him so many times that you're kind of getting bored with it, or is it just because it's going to be a tough quarterfinal for you now?
Yeah, it's because he's very good.
Yeah. All right, so what's going to be the strategy now leading up to quarterfinals then? Tonight, are you going to take a break or will you start preparing then?
Yeah, I don't know. In general, I'm extremely unhappy with the way that I played today. I mean, the first 2 days weren't great, but at least there were some good moments. But today was awful, so I just need to improve a lot to have any chance tomorrow.